Matic's defeat on the road against Forest Green, your thoughts on that one, please?
Yeah, I mean, firstly for me, I thought the support was unbelievable. How many were there? Yeah, so 1,000, 1,100 supporters packed the whole side of that, and they were unbelievable from start to finish. So that, the credit to themselves in the way that they were singing and the positivity they were creating for the lads. So firstly, unbelievable support, and just frustrated that we weren't able to give them the send away that we wanted to give them, because I thought for large parts of the game we were on top. Just didn't take our chances when they came along. Their keeper gets man of the match. He was in inspired form in the game. Obviously saves the penalty and saves a couple of others. I felt like we maybe were a little bit tentative at times in the first half, or they had a lot of bodies behind the ball, but I still felt we could have got a couple of shots off that we didn't. But it's really difficult to be too critical off the back of firstly what they've done, but secondly the performance today, in my opinion, warranted the 3 points. It just felt like whatever could go wrong did go wrong. With Knowles, who went off injured early, Jamil had to go off injured, David gets sent off, and we miss a penalty. So one of those days sometimes, but credit to the lads. Even with the second goal that went in, you can see that they're rushing to get the ball back to go and get back on the front foot, because we felt like there was certainly something in the game for us today. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way, so we're disappointed for that reason. However, the strength of my group, the strength of our group, the group that we have at this football club at the moment, is how together they are and how much they want to put it right going into the next game, which will be a completely different challenge. So it's important we recognise the stage of the season that it's at. It's that business end of the season. And recognising teams like Forest Green are going to be fighting for their lives down there, and will have to be a certain way, so we have to make sure that we lock it down when we're on the attack, and make sure we snuffle out any sort of counter attacks, which is unfortunately what that end came from. So that's will be the learning for us moving forward, but again, I think we win most games with the way that we played today and the chances we created.
Games like this often, football matches hinge on important moments. We ourselves have a penalty. Isaac has been in great form from the spot, in great form all season, sees it saved. Then Dave gets sent off. Then Forest Green themselves get a penalty. Your view on that penalty that was given for the home side?
Yeah, I thought Jackson got his hand to it first, so I don't think it should have been a penalty. You can see where the ball's gone. The ball's come way out here, and we've seen it back, albeit from a bit of a lofted position. And what I've seen so far, and until I see an even closer one, I think he's got to the ball first. But there were a few strange decisions like that throughout the game. But so yeah, again, it's difficult to be anything but proud of what the lads are doing, the fight that they're showing, the play that we have. I think we're a very, very good team in this division, and we'll continue to prove that. Today just wasn't that day, and sometimes you get that at this end of the season. So for us, we have to dust ourselves down. We have to recover, and we have to get back going again. Obviously there's going to be a few walking wounded. We've got to make sure and see where everyone's at, and there'll be a few interesting decisions in that back end for Tuesday night. But listen, the group that we have, I know for certain that we wanted to put things right.
I was going to say, that comes into a bit of a headache for you now, doesn't it? Obviously with Dave missing from that, but there's plenty of people in that changing room, in the squad altogether, that are willing to put their bodies forward and bodies on the line for you wherever you're going to choose them now.
Yeah, never ever any doubt with that, with this group. They're a fantastic group of people, and we'll work out what we're going to do with that situation now. But there'll certainly there'll be no one with any there'll be no group that have got any less desire or any more desire than we will have to make sure that we want to put ourselves right back on the front foot again on Tuesday night, and we want to put it right. We want to get over the line. We want to be clinical in ways that we weren't as clinical today. Keep that back door shut. I thought there were some fantastic performances throughout the team. I thought Folksy coming on did really well in circumstances, as we know, it's always difficult to come on. I thought Tails had a great game again. And I could probably go through it. Just as I say, there was a few elements of things that could go wrong in a game, did in that game, and even the cameras broke now. So I think it's important we get away from here and forget that it ever happened because of that. And listen, it's one of them things, another learning one for us, and just have to move on.
Saying the beauty of football is, again, you've got a game on Tuesday night, completely different team at the other end of the table again. But back at home, we know how strong we've been at home. It's about seeing what the bounce back ability is like now for this group.
Yeah, I don't doubt that with the group. For me, they're gutted we've lost the game and that little run's gone to an end, and we wanted to win the game. Of course we did. Now it's important now how we respond now, and how we've got to move forward again. So I know that the group are like that. I know the group will be coming away from here disappointed to have lost, but certainly not disconsolate from the performance. I thought there were some really good patches in the game for us, and as I say, I think we were certainly the better team on the day, but unfortunately fell the other side of those clinical moments.